Okay, so just so you know, that's Carolyn splitting firewood. She does this as a normal routine, something that she likes to do. And the reason I made you listen to that was that, oh, and these are her dogs. You know that. Is to prove that she is still alive. I used to get all the time that she was fake. Are you gonna follow me? What are you doing? I'm gonna go down in the woods. Or somewhere around there. So anyway, but that's not what this issue is about. A lot of people, okay, so a couple of years ago, we had to call the ambulance because she was having serious stomach problems. And it was, yeah, they're gonna follow me. I guess I shouldn't go down in the woods. So I didn't, so anyway, I had to call an ambulance and took her to the emergency room. And she had and she had gallstones. Well, the doctor said that they wanted to do surgery. The emergency room doctor. So, where are you going? That's good to see him so happy. So they gave us a doctor we could go to get the surgery and all that. Well, we got home and I just didn't think it was that serious of a problem. I mean, gallstones, is a problem. I understand, but surgery? I mean, surgery just seems like the last thing you need to be doing. Isn't there something else you can be doing? I mean, they don't make a drug. Surely they make a drug, but I don't remember all the specifics. It was a couple years ago. And it was uncomfortable for her, don't get me wrong, but we took the holistic method of solving her problem. And we did. We solved the problem. You know, you just get online and you look, okay, what do you do holistically? And there's a lot of doctors out there that actually say, you know, try to avoid the surgery. You won't be able to eat meat or processed meat or, like I said, don't remember all the specifics. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you what to do. I'm sitting here telling you that you shouldn't be telling me what to do. Because when we said we were taking the holistic method, I bet 90% of the comments were, you know, you're gonna kill her. That's just it's suicide. Don't do it. Well, first of all, we're not completely stupid. If it had gotten worse, we would have taken her to the hospital and you know, dealt with it. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm just completely a moron. Well, they say it, so it's not a mystery. They think I'm a moron. Red. You gotta come back, come on. Come on, Red. Doing so much better. Look at that old dog. She likes to play a little bit. Are you seeing it? I can't see in the screen. So, I don't know. I try to do a lot of research. I don't like doctors. Doctors, well, for example, let's just do surgery. That was the maximum amount of profit they could get out of it. And that's what they were looking at. I even think there is a drug now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. I don't recall specifically, and it doesn't matter, but to break up the stones in your gallbladder. But instead of doing that, no, let's just get the surgery. So, I don't like doctors. And people tell me, you need to go to a doctor for that or to go to a doctor for that. And no, I'm not going to go to the doctor. Doctors are dangerous in my mind. I used to think that they were there to care for us. But first of all, the technology that they use to diagnose you nowadays is from textbooks that are 20 years old, maybe even older than that. And the other thing is they're not going to do anything naturally, nothing, because they're at risk of getting sued if it doesn't work. So they immediately go to the medical books, and they know they can't get sued if they just follow the medical books. So the whole industry is designed to make you buy drugs and get surgeries that may just kill you more than whatever it is that you already have. I mean, some of the side effects you hear on these commercials are just ridiculous. You know, there was a joke back in the 80s. May cause headaches and dizziness and explosion of your head. And today, that's not far from the truth. So, I think they ran back up, so I'm going to go in the woods. So, I don't know, I've been to the emergency room once in the last 25 years maybe. And I went to, what do you call that? It's not an emergency room. I forget what it's called. But you go there and they give you care right away. Anyway, I had a rash. I know what it was now. It's that, I'm sure it was that darn tick before they discover what it was, whatever that's called, alpha gale or whatever it is. I'm sure that's what it was now. That, you know, I got bit by a tick and I had an alpha gale allergy for about a year. It all makes sense now. But back then, nobody knew what it was. What's funny nowadays is if you get alpha gale, apparently you're not allowed to eat meat for the rest of your life. You're just done, which isn't true. It only lasts about a year. I mean, the science even says that, but they convince you never to eat meat again. So there again, the medical industry is just completely messed up in the way they think. And you got to remember, I am a carnivore now. That's all I eat. And I don't break out rashes. If anything, my seasonal allergies even got better. I mean, I still get stuffed up in the winter, and I'm sure that's because we have a wood stove, only when I sleep. But in the summer and spring, oh man, when we first moved here, oh, that first spring we got into the house, I didn't know how I was going to make it. It was terrible. But since I started the meat diet, I mean, I haven't had an allergy at all. So, I guess I need to walk back up there. It sounds like the dog, they're probably on the road. So, what was I saying? Oh, anyway, doctors are dangerous. I knew somebody who had cancer and knew that they were dying. Went through 2 years of the cancer. The first year, he went and got the chemo and got the radiation treatments and did the whole thing. And they said, come back in a year and we'll check you again. Well, she came back in a year and it was progressively getting worse. So I guess when I had decided to go ahead and do the radiation the second time, but she decided she didn't want to do the chemo. But now you got to remember, the chemo was $8,000 per dose, 3 times a week for several weeks. So I mean, we're talking what, $24,000 a week for this doctor, and it didn't work. And I know somebody's going to say, well, okay, but they convinced her to give up all holistic methods. Don't try anything. Just do this. So it comes back and they tell her, well, you know, you don't have much longer. And now we know she only had a few weeks or months left. So, I don't know, she was at one of the radiation treatments and she ran into the doctor who, the chemo doctor. And he says, I won't be able to prolong your life, but you should really consider doing the chemotherapy again. Well, you can't prolong. Do you know how sick you get with chemotherapy? Why would anybody want to endure that the last few months of their lives? There was no explanation to that other than, I'd like to have your $24,000 a week. I was so mad. So I don't go to them. I try to procrastinate it as long as I can. And I try to find actual medical or holistic things to solve my problems. For example, the carnivore diet. You know, when I started this, it was not a very fatty thing, you know, people doing the fads. When I first started, I did it because my right eye went blind. And I was trying to figure out what it was, and I was trying to save the other eye. And good thing I did. I'm sure it was the sugar. The sugar is what the reason I lost my eye. And even though I said I'm not eating any sugar, no carbs, none. Some people were saying, no, you still got to have the carbs and vegetables. You just can't have whatever they call it, processed carbs or, you know, sugar. No, all sugar is bad. It's bad. Sugar is bad. And the longer I'm on this carnivore diet, I realize the worse, how bad it was. Now I'm starting to realize seed oil is, I mean, I've always known seed oil was bad, but I didn't know what it did really. They say it causes inflammation. Yeah, so you get a sore knee, and you know why, you got inflammation. But it wasn't so bad that I still would go and buy fried chicken. I know that there were some carbs in the crust, and I was willing to deal with those. You know, I even looked it up, and what I was really trying to do. So, like when I'm at Walmart and I go to the deli, you know, that's the only time we get to go out to eat, and so we buy that chicken. So my thinking was, if I do a keto diet, you're allowed to have 50 carbs, and your body is able to deal with those 50 carbs without a lot of stress. Won't cause inflammation. So I thought, okay, well that's fine. We can eat the chicken. Well, it also has seed oil. And again, it was like, well, I'm not really worried about the seed oil at this moment. Right now, I'm just worried about my eyes. I don't want to have the sugar, the carbs. So that was my process as I was going through this carnivorous diet. I'm still eating meat. I'm minimizing my carb intake to less than 50 carbs per day. And the thing is I only eat that chicken like twice a month. So 50 carbs, or so 100 carbs a month. I thought, this is great. I'm doing perfect. But then I noticed my brain fog started going away. And, you know, I've talked about this, and as soon as I did, somebody ripped me on it. So I'm not going to say it again. There's no reason to put yourself out there just so they can purposely rip on you. But things changed in my head. Physical, documented changes have happened. And it's incredible. And it's so much clearer. And I would actually like to make a video, or make a channel, just to talk about my discoveries in all this. But of course, I probably won't. Because, you know, you're an idiot. You don't know anything. You're crazy. And, you know, then you give them medical advice on YouTube, and YouTube would shut you down. And so I found that my head is much clearer. And it's because the seed oils. Well, okay, I started this diet like 3 or 4 years ago. Why am I all of a sudden starting to get a clearer head? That didn't make sense to me. Well, I didn't know this. The seed oil doesn't leave your body for 2 years. It stays in your brain, mixed in with all the fats, well, you know, your fat cells. And it just stays there. And it literally clogs the wiring in your head. So your brain can't send signals as well. So it takes 2 years for all that to clear out. Well, I'm still eating chicken twice a week, or twice a month. So I'm thinking, well, what about that seed oil? The thing is, you got to look at it like a 50 gallon barrel of gasoline. So my brain right now is all gasoline. It's revved up. It's a 50 gallon drum of gasoline, just rocking and rolling. And then I dump a cup of water in it. Yeah, it's going to run rough for a few minutes, but then it'll pick back up. So Walmart is actually working to get their seed oils out of their deli by 2027. There's a town over here that doesn't sell the seed oil chicken. they sell natural. The problem is they don't have a Save-A-Lot over there or any grocery store in that town. So we have to go to the other town and get groceries. So there is a solution to the seed oil issue. All you got to do is take fish oil. And the fish oil, I'm not going to be able to explain this very well, but essentially neutralizes the seed oil. It's going to sit in your cells, but what's going to happen is the fish oil is going to lock onto the wires in your brain and won't allow the seed oil to lock into your brain. So that'll take care of the seed oil in my brain for the 2 times I go a month. The other thing you have to remember is every 2 years, I'm dropping off some chicken that I ate 2 years ago. So I'm not really adding to the seed oil in my brain. I'm only balancing it. Lose 2 years ago, gain some today. But I am going to take the fish oil now that I know about it. The thing is the arguments you get when you say you're going to do something different than everybody else. I'm going to go on a carnivore diet. Oh no, you're going to die of a heart attack. That's just crazy. Well, okay, so I'm down to 170 pounds. I was almost 200 pounds. I'm down to 170 pounds. Quite active. 55 years old, and I'm not locked into a recliner bouncing back and forth. Well, let me tell you what's going on today. The world is just going crazy. World War III, Civil War, Revolutionary War. It's all happening today. And he can't even move. I mean, I've seen him, and he is huge. And he's got all kinds of health problems. He says he has anxiety. Well, get off the carbs or the seed oil. The seed oil is fogging up your brain. The carbs is making you sick. And you think you're going to fight a war. You're not even going to get off the couch or the recliner. So the conspiracy theories, that's a direct result of the seed oil. You know, they talked about, I'm a critical thinker. I know more than everybody else. Actually, it's just a disability. Your brain is on restriction. It's heating up. And your brain is trying to fight all that. So it just comes up with information that's just wrong. You know, how many times are you going to predict a war to realize, well, I've been wrong 17,000 times. What makes anybody think I'm going to be right the next time? And I'm not telling you to go to seed oil or to get off seed oil. I'm just saying that's what I did. And it's working great. And I see the flaws in everybody else eating seed oil. Not sitting there trying to point it out other than that guy. Just because we haven't went to war. If we'd went to war, I would say, hey, good job. But, I mean, I knew we weren't going to war when he said it the 17,000 times he said it. So if you click this up next box, take the video over to my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out. It's a brand new video today. So if I can inspire you, I don't know, to get healthy so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.